Hello, we welcome you once again to the program by Standards and Listings on Flip TV, your number one super review program, anchored by Michael Adekunle. Really appreciate you for your support. Thank you for your hands of love on this platform. Thank you so much. Viewers, esteemed viewers, we appreciate you all. We appreciate you all. Thank you. All right, we are here once again to review what we have on the dailies. I mean, Nigerian newspapers, the likes of The Nation, The Punch, and Vanguard papers are here with us today, this morning, 13th of December 2023. And we have our reviewers on standby to also dissect issues with us this morning. Thank you so much for the party. The party was celebrated yesterday, and we really appreciate the donors. Thank you so much for uh, the support. We appreciate everyone. Lucky, you have one or two things to say concerning yesterday's party. It was a great day. I said
my
it
brother,
even
I've been seeing
after the party.
I've been
There
seeing a lot
was
of calls. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
you did?
A lot of calls since
Okay.
yesterday, messages.
Come closer.
A lot of sorry. Good morning, my brothers and sisters who are watching me there. There's a lot of calls yesterday, messages, and some people asked me why we did not come with our family, and I said, well, we, 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 we manage our resources because we don't have enough resources, if not so. And even the people that we did not invite
Came yesterday,
came
and I
yesterday.
said after
In
the party,
fact,
even this morning,
yes.
drinks are still being shared.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I can
We
see
are still,
Charles from there, from
yes,
afar,
we are still, yes.
and Mr. Matthew
We
still
are still
sharing
sharing
drinks.
drinks. We are still sharing
Because whether we
drinks.
like it or not, we have neighbors here.
Yeah, we have neighbors here.
We have
need to,
traders selling.
where
We
we
have
are.
passers-by.
We still need to give them. We are still demanding for us. You can. It's not easy to feed them a Lagosian like this. By the time you order for 10, where you end up spending at. So if not because of the resources, we don't have enough. If not so, it's something that we can call even 100 or 150 people. You understand me? But we thank God for you who supported. May God bless you. You will not lack. You will not die. This end of this month, before the end of this month, God will shock you with good news and testimony. God bless you. You that bring, you that are still waiting because of network. I believe the network is open now. Thank you. God bless you. As you do the needful, may God
All right.
touch you, touch your
Thank you
family.
so
Thank you very
much.
much.
Lucky, thank
And
you
the
so
CEO,
much.
most of the special CEO,
All right,
the
Lucky.
supporters, God bless you, sir.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. In the latest developments,
Okay,
the governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, has transmitted power to the deputy governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa. He did it yesterday. Power has been transmitted to the deputy governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, by the governor, Rotimi Akeredolu. Rotimi Akeredolu made this announcement yesterday, and will be going on medical vacation very, very soon. Also, in another development, we have the crisis in River State. River State crisis is still ongoing, and we have a breaking news as regards what is currently happening in River State. What's the breaking news all about? The River State government is currently demolishing the State House of Assembly complex to begin renovation work on the complex, which was a few weeks ago gutted by fire. The assembly has been rocked by crisis, which has seen the emergence of two speakers and the defection of 27 members from the PDP to the APC. That's another story we're discussing this morning at the news stand. Quite a number of stories that we'll be dissecting together at the news stand. And I want us to also stay glued to Flip TV for these stories. All right, also appreciating Odeze Chima, who supported some of the attendees with all the invited persons with transport fare. We appreciate you, Odeze Chima, and to all esteemed viewers across the globe who supported the party, who supported the Reviewers 2023 party. We appreciate you all. Quickly to what we have on today's edition of this program. Before I move to what we have, let me quickly say hi to the first person that said good morning to us this morning at the newsstand. Samson Moses, I'm saying good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Now to the major headline. We have Akeredolu transmitting power to Lucky Aiyedatiwa on the front page of the nation. Akeredolu transmits power to Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Akeredolu transmits power to Lucky Aiyedatiwa. So the next one on top of the paper, influential Nigerians behind illegal mining. That's what the Minister for Solid Minerals, Dele Alake, said yesterday. Said that influential persons are behind banditry, terrorism in Nigeria. Say they are the one funding it, they are the one financing this evil act in Nigeria. But we have it on the front page of the Nation newspaper, specifically page 4, that influential Nigerians behind illegal mining. What I'm saying is that it is Dele Alake, Minister for Solid Minerals, is the one that said this. On to the next one. Electricity crisis, government to sell off 40% investment in discos. Government to sell off 40% investment in discos. Rivers Assembly grow deepens. To the next one, which is the Punch newspaper. Can we have a punchy headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper? I believe it's been displayed on the screen. Under crisis, deputy takes over as Akeredolu returns to Germany for treatment. Deputy takes over, and who is the deputy governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa. He has taken over, and the governor Akeredolu is to return to Germany for a medical treatment. You can see this on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. To the down part of the paper, let's see what we have there. You can see a couple of persons here with the president himself, Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What are these people saying? What is this picture illustrating? We have it here. Tinubu begs Nigerian doctors abroad to return. The president begging the Nigerian doctors abroad to return. Of course, we all understand what is trending in the country now. Japa, the Japa mentality, the Japa syndrome. Everybody wants to leave the country. The medical doctors are leaving, and we have the president pleading, begging them to return to the country. But that is not all. What can the president offer these Nigerian doctors abroad? He's telling them to return. What can he do to them to make sure that they have something or they have food on their tables and also for their families? Quickly to another one here, we have a sad story in Rivers State. Of course, there have been certain controversies surrounding the River State politics this year. But let's quickly move down to the sad story we have here. A tragic one. Rivers gone, men killed, 4 soldiers, 2 drivers kidnapped, expatriates. This is a very sad one, like I told you before. Senate condemns trade ministry over 1 billion naira Geneva trip. We have another one here, over 5,000 Nigerians killed since May. That's what a security report is saying on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Said that since the inception of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, over 2,000 plus Nigerians have died. And we shall be revealing this morning. We shall be reviewing it together. And quickly to the last paper, I'll be reading to the viewers across the globe. Let me read it out. 2024 budget under threat as oil price drops to $76.53 per barrel. That's what we have on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. You can go to page 5 to read this story. On Rivers Assembly crisis, court orders Edison to preside. Powerful Nigerians involved in illegal mining, funding, banditry, terrorism. That's what Dele Alake has said on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. You can see the story on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. Down the paper, what do we have here? Ondo crisis. Still on Ondo crisis. Akeredolu transfers power to Aiyedatiwa. Proceeds on medical leave. Competent leadership vital for Nigeria's progress. That's what Jonathan Obi others have said on the front page of the Vanguard. Good morning to you, MC Grammar.
All right, good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Nigerians in diaspora. Good morning, Nigerians at home. Good morning, Nigerians, wherever you're watching me from. I remain your guy, MC Groma, the guy that speaks the truth all the time. And I want to say good morning to you this morning. All right. So you're talking about the papers this morning. What's on topic and we're going to trade down?
All right, like I said, we have diverse topics on today's edition of this program. Currently, it's a breaking news. And what's this news all about? The demolition of the assembly complex in River State. That's what is going on now. What do you cite there? What do you suspect?
So the National Assembly in River State
Yes,
already Fubara has definitely won. That's how I say it. You understand? Fubara has succeeded, and because Wike has been trying to dominate, but finally Fubara has won the League One. We're still going to League Two. But this one is League One.
And so you call it a smart move by
yes,
Fubara?
It's a smart move. It's a smart, because I used to tell people, I want to say this confidently, and to all my fans watching me, I know Wike from scratch. Nobody can tell me about Wike's story. I was in Port Harcourt when I knew Wike. I know Wike very well. Wike has always been a very selfish man those days. Who frowns his face? No, he doesn't even smile. But I don't want to go deep into that. Let me just go straight to the topic that we're discussing this morning. Wike is trying his best to see what he can do against Fubara. And I think I like the resistance from Fubara. Fubara is not giving him a chance. Fubara is not giving any chance at all. Fubara is just there maintaining that I am Fubara. I'm not ready to give in to you, Wike. So I think this one is just the first step that Fubara's system has been still there. So I think it's the first step. Fubara has won the first level. And I think finally, if we finally do everything, Fubara is going to win everything no matter how it takes. Fubara is going to win everything and win the whole level no matter how it goes.
All right, the war has just begun in River State. It's a feud ongoing between the former governor of River State, who happens to be the FCT minister, Yusuf Wike, and the incumbent governor of River State, Fubara. Moving on to Ondo State, Akeredolu has taken over from Akeredolu.
All right, good luck to him. That's exactly what I expected, that he should take over. We all know that you cannot be a sick bed and be ruling the people. It's out of it, and I think for him to come out now to say, though he came out late, but anyway, it is a welcome idea. So it is good that the next man, the deputy, has taken over, because that is the right thing that they would have done. You understand me? So you don't expect to delay until they tell you that you are supposed to give the deputy the chance to be ruling. So now that he has taken over, I hope that it takes Ondo State to another level. I hope that it takes Ondo State quite different from where Akeredolu left Ondo State, because a lot of people are expecting a lot of things from him. And I tell you something, if it's somebody who is working very diligently, is going to become the next president of Ondo State again, is going to rule for another 8 years. That's the truth. Because after this is the tenure of the former, what is it called? Then after him, then you go for your own 8 years. That is if he, as a person, is consistent. That is if he decides to give the people what they want. That is if the functioning type, then I can bet you is going to rule for another, another 8 years. That's the way I look at it. So it's good luck to him, and I think it's a welcome idea. As far as I'm concerned.
All right, this is a welcome idea. That's what MC Grama said. Yeah, Tinubu has begged Nigerian doctors abroad to return to the country. What do you have to say?
All right, yes, I heard that Tinubu has begged Nigerians abroad to return home. That's, I don't think is a good statement, because why don't you fix Nigerian hospitals instead of begging Nigerian doctors to come back? That's how a functional president is supposed to act, or how you're supposed to perform, because you know very well that your hospitals are not in good shape. What are you supposed to do as a president? Fix the hospitals. The doctors will return. Nobody will tell them to return. Let me tell you something. I remember those days when there was I was in Oyo State then, when they break Oyo State, and a lot of people were migrating to the states then. You know what? Nobody will tell you what to do. Even doctors abroad, when things start to function in Nigeria, nobody's going to tell them to return home, because they themselves knows that they are supposed to return home. So I'm looking at it this way, that you don't need to beg the doctors to come back. Like my brother is a doctor in America. My brother told me the amount he receives a week doubles the salary he collects here times 5 times. So how do you expect such a person who who earns 5 times of his monthly salary a week in abroad to come back to Nigeria? It's not possible. So that's what I'm saying. Even what Tinubu just said is a mere statement. I don't think that the doctors will listen to him. Thank you very much. I want to say this. I want the opportunity to say this to Nigerians and diaspora against our end of the year party we did yesterday. I want this opportunity to thank you again once more for your support, for everything, and for all of you for supporting us. We had a nice time yesterday, and thanks, and it's because of all of you. So we hope to have more of it. Thank you. God bless you. I'm MC Grama.
MC Grama, thank you so much. The hailing governor of Ondo State, talking about Akeredolu has transferred power to his capital, Lucky. That's your namesake.
That is my namesake. We're always lucky. Anybody being lucky, no matter anything, most lucky people will like you. He has the people's sympathy, people sympathizing. That is why we see some of these Buddhist politicians should always look before the act, always look before the people interest first. Akeredolu was just making mistake. Don't forget, during Jonathan time, the same thing at that time, he was the one from fighting to make sure that all these illegalities don't work. But now it comes to his turn. And not him. I didn't blame him, not him. It's the wife and the associate and his friend, not him. Somebody is sick. All is no. It's battle for life. Thinking how it would be better for him to stand up and talk. It's just cabal. So now, finally, God say, this is how it will be. He has come to be. Let him go and rest and treat himself first. Health, very, very important. When you are healthy, you can do anything you want. With your billions now, he doesn't know how much is going out or coming in the government house. That is it. So that is why you have to make sure that God give you a long life so that you can be able to serve the people. That one has gone. What else again? Port Harcourt, anywhere?
All right, Rivers State Assembly currently being demolished by the state government. And I heard, is it a politically motivated attempt or what?
You see,
is the move motivated by the state government or by the government itself, Subara?
You know, normally.
Don't forget that the complex got set fire a few weeks ago. We have the government demolishing.
You know, sometimes I laugh. We don't have democracy in Nigeria. Sometimes we used to watch DSTV before. You know, we are not watching DSTV, we are watching it live. Everything live now. You know, we don't have democracy, not democracy. Do you know what happened in Edo State? The same thing that happened in Edo is playing out in Rivers State. Yes. When some 7 lawmakers, how many lawmakers galvanized them, moved them for them to impeach the government. At the end of Sobole went and put stone and sand and gravel and whatever, pour in the front of National Assembly. Says it's for them to go home and sit. Now it's playing up. What happened before? It was a bomb when they were gathering to impeach the governor. Bomb went there, whether for spiritual, whether a flyer, whether woman below. That is it. Now, this 27 lawmaker has voted during to Fuenke side. Remain only 4. One of the speaker have become a speaker. Court said those people who voted are no more relevant. You can see what is playing up. So now, commencement of the building has started yesterday. Now, to tell you that the governor, despite his praising Wike, but he has backing of the people. Dukuba, who is supporting APC yesterday, said Wike enough is enough. Rivers State cannot be a battleground. You can see Fubara is getting support from the people from Nigeria, and when you are getting support from the people, they will give you mind to do anything. Wike political big win is going down. Wike can't talk now. Everybody is measuring him. That's why Tinubu need to be very careful, as I said yesterday. So that Tinubu is there, please make your democracy on your time for years. make him look as democracy in the way to practice in America, so that will not become a lot of things are happening under his watch. He need to, as a father, call Rivers State governor and Wike to order. Allow the governor to excel. Allow the people elected that governor. You can't be in Abuja, controlling Rivers State. It's not going to work. Work have started. For me, I'm supporting the governor. Whether it's for, God say, go ahead with your business. And he's doing it. I don't understand me. And I beg you, some of these lawmakers come back again and joined. And some of these labor have joined PDP. The only thing is that Wike, this slide is just one. Wike should go and bring himself down. You still have almost 4 years to go. It's just 6 months. You are not claiming that your structure cannot be scattered. Yes, the governor has to build your structure. You know, Ambode couldn't do that. That is Lagos State. So Rivers State is quite different from Lagos State. But Obara is getting support from the people. So we have given in mind whatever is going to happen. Wike should hear me well. Allow the governor to be. You can be your godfather. All your thing you needed, the governor has given you. What do you want again? A minister, a governor for 8 years? What do you want? Do your work in Abuja. You have a problem in Abuja. You have a problem in Port Harcourt. Where do you want to go? Where would the people receive you? I said it yesterday. Something has started. Wike, please, I'm begging you, allow Nigeria Delta to preach. And Tinubu too should talk to Wike, please. Just like what Tinubu did. Tell Akeredolu, please go and take care of yourself. Allow the deputy governor to be. But all this wahala fall on the president. I believe they have advised him. Say, please, whatever that happens with Port Harcourt, people are pointing finger on you. Do something. Very soon, this Port Harcourt issue will be over.
All right, thank you.
Then there's the doctor. Tinubu begging doctor. No, why are you begging them? We have millions of doctors in Nigeria. See here. There's nothing. How can you be paid doctor 50,000 naira? You expect them to stay when $1 is how much now? By the time they collect $100 in where they are, they change it almost 100,000 naira. By the time they collect $200, you know how much is that? They are not telling them to go. They are not going to come. Have you ever seen anybody that they pre-press milk or to drink? You not say why drink Gary. So Tinubu should think. We have doctors here, we have workers here. They have not got what they want. Increase their salary, give them neighbor for them to work, a place, transport, everything. You see, nobody will travel. Make sure our money equal to $1 or $2. Nigeria will be better. Thank you very much. I want to thank our viewer who watched us yesterday. May God bless you again. Thank you very much. I know the celebration still continues, Martin. Maga, thank you very much. This morning, sharing more. Yes, sharing. We have to help our neighbor.
What do you cook here this morning?
Yeah. But the way the thing is going, it's much.
The owners of shop around here, you know, every time we do program, we inconvenience them. And as we're doing the party, they cannot leave their shop and join the party. So this morning is a way of letting them know that we carry them along.
Yes.
So we needed to come and say, okay, you have this. We had a party yesterday because all along we have been talking about party. They are aware. And even before we came with the gesture, some of them were already saying, we heard you did the party yesterday. We say, yes, we know. We will come and say thank you for allowing us to inconvenience you. So what we think that is just to say thank you for allowing us to inconvenience you. Because if the camera can turn a little bit, you can see that you have shops around this place. So, and each time we do the program, people gather here, we destroy their business. So it's a way of saying thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Martin, for that. And it was a great party yesterday. The aftermath was also beautiful.
Is that you've lost your voice?
Honestly.
To the party.
but once I get to the newsstand,
that comment.
I don't know the magic that is just behind it. I will start speaking. But of course, you know fully well that before the commencement of the program, I couldn't speak well.
I know.
All right, people are saying, why the demolition of the assembly complex in Rivers State. It's a breaking news this morning. We heard it. How do you feel about it? Is it a politically motivated attempt?
Politics is at play. There's no argument about that. Don't forget, as we speak, there's a court in Rivers State that said the the House of Assembly members under the leadership of the Wike camp have lost the right to preside over the House. And I think there's fear because the House have said that going forward, they will not be approving anything coming from the governor because the governor, according to them, have refused to release funds meant for the run of the House. So it's going to show that anything the governor does going forward and is not approved by the House will be an impeachable offense. But I have a worry from that state because I have a feeling that this fight they want to start, it might be at the expense of the citizens of that state. So that is why it would have been good if there is a way it can be resolved. Because this fight might go for more than 1 year, 2 years. And I don't think a Wike is ready for truce. So and the way it stands, I don't know how the governor wants to manage the situation. Because whether you like it or not, 27 House of Assembly members are not with you. And there's no way 5 members can lord it over 27. So it's a very terrible situation for the governor, if you ask me. Yes, I understand that we had a similar scenario in Edo State. And the Edo State Governor Basaki, ruled the state with minority House members for almost 4 years. So I don't know whether this man will be able to do that. But no, it is unconstitutional. It is morally wrong. What the governor needed to do is to play politics. There's nothing wrong in playing politics. As long as we are not spending money, using money unjustly to lobby people. Because if we can get 27 members and the governor can go back to them, reach out to them and tell them why they need to come to his side. If not everybody, at least more than half. Tell them why they need to come to his side. Tell them, put the state, let us put the interest of the state first. I believe if you do that and he's able to win them to his side, is better than this politics of maybe pulling down the assembly complex, fighting, using courts. Because this thing is just starting. It's just starting. And the citizens of the state might be the ones that will suffer it. Because good governance may elude them. Because if the House is not giving approval to anything coming from the governor, how can the state function? So it's a very terrible situation.
All right, do you welcome the development in Ondo State? That you are being given the power to rule the states?
That is the right thing to do. Because we have been saying it, one, it is either an Akeredolu transfer power to his deputy, or he resigns, or he will be declared permanently incapacitated. These are the options provided by the Constitution. Now he have done the needful. Nobody is wishing him death. We wish his quick recovery. That in the meantime, you don't create a vacuum. Because the situation we had hitherto before now created a situation where people who were close to the governor were usurping the position of the governor, claiming that the governor was signing papers. Until it got to the climax, where one of the commissioners subjected the signature purportedly signed by the governor to forensic analysis, and according to the commissioner, it was proven that it was forged. So now that the needle has been done, I think everybody should, all afraid nerves will calm down and the state will start running normally.
All right, powerful people, influential people behind terrorism and illegal mining in Nigeria. That's what the Minister for Solid Minerals, Lily Alaki, said yesterday when he appeared before the House on 2024 budgets. What do you have to say concerning this?
Mr. Amak, it's quite unfortunate. It's unfortunate because I'm not saying the statement may not be correct. I say it's unfortunate because it should not come from Dele Alaki, who is a minister, not just being a minister, but a close ally of Mr. President. By such, I think the instrumentality of states is with them. to crush, to deal with, to investigate, to prosecute whoever is doing this. As long as what they are doing is against the Nigerian state. So who is he complaining to?
Are those people more powerful?
That is the question. Who is Alake complaining to? Me and you on the streets?
I don't know.
If you are complaining, if I'm complaining, if me is complaining, if Charles is complaining, it's understandable. Not somebody that did Alake that already have the instrumentality of state. He's not just a minister, but in the kitchen cabinet of Mr. President. No. It's not acceptable. They should do the needful. It's like Mr. President telling us that somebody is sabotaging his effort to fight insecurity. It's not adding up.
And he knows the person.
It's like when we saw, of course, Nigeria is a banana republic. Okay. Because we saw someone went into Mr. President's closet, came out and started brandishing AK-47. Okay, maybe it's starting to come out. What I'm trying to say is, as we speak, it's not on record that the man has been arrested. It's not on record that the man is under prosecution. So you can see that individuals are more powerful than Nigerian states. I don't think that happens in a safe society. The only thing, the best that came from the government is that they barred ex-militants from accessing Asura. They didn't even mention his name specifically. So what I was saying,
please come back to Nigeria. I'm begging you guys. The president is begging.
That joke taken too far. It's a joke taken too far. Because Mr. President, Senator Akeredolu know what to do if you want them to come back. You don't use government policy, fiat, or word of mouth to go there and say, come back. That is not patriotism. That beg is a criminal begging. Even if they are hearing me saying by the side, thank God I'm not a doctor, that is begging, that is not forcing them. But let me respond because I heard you need. The issue is, Mr. President know that one, their welfare is at the cardinal issue why they are living. Their salary structure is one of the major issues they are living. Has these two things been addressed? Security is another issue. These three major things, are they been addressed? The government have planned to address them. Look at the salary wage award that federal government promised civil servants. Civil servants are already lamenting that government only paid that of September. As we speak, after paying that of September, government have not paid them since then. So if Labour, NSC, TUC, that is formidable like that have what it takes to engage government, if their members could now be treated this way, how government treats the common man on the streets? Don't forget that the federal government equally said that they are going to give 50,000 each to some good number of nano business owners, those who sell on the streets. So who would now fight for those people? Or are we talking about the 3,000 vehicles that will run on compressed natural gas? Who will fight for the masses? If the workers who are under NSC and TUC could be changed, if federal government can renege on their promise on NSC and TUC members, and they seem to be getting away with it, who can now fight for the common man? So that statement from Senator Akeredolu, who is president of Nigeria and the commander of armed forces, that Nigerians, doctors abroad should come back, I think he should better know the right thing to do.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank God you call him the general commander now. Before you no one accept it now.
No, he has not been able to discharge responsibility attached to his office.
Thank God you are not a doctor because we don't have any to beg.
Thank God you too.
Thank God you are not a doctor. We don't have any to beg you. Let us beg. Let us allow us to beg the doctors. Thank God you are not a doctor. You are a professional printer.
You plan to run away from Nigeria.
If you have the opportunity, won't you?
You can imagine. Did you hear him?
I'm going for vacation.
Wait, no, did you hear?
No, I'm going for vacation.
No,
I'll come back.
Wait, did you hear?
I'll come back. I'll only go for vacation. You know.
He said you had the opportunity.
I said I am going for vacation now.
No, that one was afterthought.
No, it's not afterthought. I told you.
You had the opportunity.
Okay, how did you get information that I'm?
You said it now.
Yes, I told you I'm going for vacation.
I extrapolated.
Why would you extrapolate? No, are you a soothsayer now?
I read your body language.
Good morning, reviewers. Mr. Mike, we had fun. Yesterday was, stupendous, was marvelous. I mean, all of us had about 2 to 3 plates of, of various meals. I mean, spiced up with varieties of alcohol. I mean, everybody was tipsy. I mean, sometimes you just have to forget about the sorrow, the challenges Nigeria has, and just live your life. And I think because we Nigerians were inborn happy people, this is why this country has not actually crumbled. And I can also say that that is one of our weakness. Because when they give us 1, 2 bottles, we are sold out.
Honestly.
I can tell you yesterday, one person there drank to stupor. He could have sold out his father's land. He enjoyed himself so much. I think he drank about 6 bottles of trophy. I mean, listen, guys, we have fun. Thank you for the funds that you sent in. I mean, this is why it's also good to have diasporans, but responsible diasporans that will not be there and be denigrating their fatherland. So once again, we are here to continue our daily reviews. Thank you.
That was a great one. And quickly to the River State, the division in the River State House of Assembly has deepened. Of course, it's a demolition ongoing in River State. Talking about the State Assembly complex. Now, some persons are saying that why is it now that the governor is embarking on this? Is there anything you want to say?
You see,
Trying to make UK relevant in that state?
see,
Can't you respect its godfather?
Fubara is a dullard. Let me put it that way. Fubara sold his soul to the devil, and today the devil is demanding for his skeleton. He has sold his soul, but right now the devil is demanding for his skeleton. I mean, Fubara actually ate with the devil with a short spoon. He forgot that very common adage that when you want to hit with the devil, use a very long spoon. Okay, but then Fubara unfortunately is not brilliant. I mean, can we all agree that Fubara sold his soul to the devil? Can we all agree that Fubara went into a deal with Wike? Can we all agree that Wike brought Fubara out from nothing to being a governor? And can we agree that Fubara got what he bargained for? And on that journey, Fubara came out to renegade very early. And that's why I told you that it's a dullard. He should have waited, build alliances. You see, in politics, if you don't have alliances, you are nothing but a naked man in the middle of a market square. Because you need forces across the cardinals of these states. When Wike was a governor, Wike had alliances. Don't forget, one of the major alliances that Wike had was the Mary Odili in the court of law. Dr. Odili, who was his godfather. He had people in the north that he knew he could back on. Now, let us start mentioning those Fubara can back on. You can see that PDP has actually, yes, we know PDP is a useless party, but with the occurrence of what is going on in River State, in 57 inches television, it has been displayed to us that PDP is the most useless party, is the most opposition party that we can have in this our current democracy, and they are allowing APC to enjoy that free ride to dominate all the nooks and crannies of Nigerian political, corners. The space that PDP should optimize, this infighting that they have, PDP should be seen capitalizing on it. Atiku, thank God we did not vote for Atiku. Who is the political leader of PDP today? If you ask anybody, they'll tell you it's Atiku. Where is Atiku in this show? We already know that Fubara is not ready to go to APC. I'm trying to be objective here, okay? You all know that I support Asiwaju, right? But I want a democracy that thrives. Atiku ordinarily should be on this matter. Atiku should have visited Fubara. Like, listen, guy, I'm with you.
Maybe they don't share a good relationship.
Come on, listen, but they share. Listen, they are. There's one adage. No, Wike and Atiku is not Wike and Fubara. Fubara said something. He said, "I will not inherit your enemies." But also,
Wike fixed him there.
Listen, Wike would not stop Atiku from seeing Fubara. That we know. But because Atiku is not a leader, Atiku is not political sagacious. Atiku is just an opportunist. We all saw what he did to Obi in PDP. And this is why I told the Southeastern, I said, listen, your greatest enemy is not Asiwaju. It is Atiku. But everybody shifted their mind to Obi. As a matter of fact, all the Southeasterners should be supporting Asiwaju. They are supposed to be the ones singing that mandate song. The Southeasterners. Because Atiku came out from nowhere like a thief in the night to steal their hope. PDP has been served by the Southeasterners for the last 24 years. Ordinarily, Atiku came out and stole their hope. And it is evident now that Atiku is an opportunist. Because if Atiku is a builder, you will see him trying to battle it out that PDP must not lose Rivers State to AP. Because we all know that Obara is clueless. He doesn't even know what he's doing. And Wike is having a free ride. And we all know that if we have two plates placed on the table now, Wike will choose APC plates. We know that. Okay, we know that. So I am sorry for Fubara. He has that executive powers, but it seems that the cap doesn't suit him. The cap of leadership, it doesn't suit him. All Fubara is embarking on is the likes of Asari Dokubo, Ekpeme Tompolo, like they should cause chaos and the likes insecurity. I mean, listen, Fubara, unfortunately, is not smart enough.
All right, quickly to Ondo States. Everybody takes over as Akeredolu returns to Germany for treatment.
Once again, Mr. Mike, I don't know. Nigeria, I called it 3 times. Nigeria is the problem of Nigerian democracy, and not democracy is the problem of Nigeria. There's always this word, people will always come to your comment section and say that democracy is not working for Nigeria. The thing is, Nigerians are not the ones that are not ready to follow the tenets of democracy. In democracy, the most active people are the most active sector. In democracy is the citizen. But can we agree that Nigerian citizens are docile? Nigerian citizens have been docile and they have been brainwashed that a miracle will happen, that God will bring one leader that will change all our woes. Since January, we have had about 4 to 5 protests. As a matter of fact, I think we had a very aggressive 3 days protest during that election period, where the obedient demanded for military takeover. Mr. Mike, they are a distraction. You recall, in Abuja, we had when Nigerians, under the umbrella of obedience, they went to the front of the military headquarters that we want a military takeover. We are tired of this system. If democracy is not working, those guys will have been shot dead. But nobody attacked them. Yes, people will recall the issue of NSAS. But can we also agree that in NSAS, the citizens were also at fault in a way? That does not justify the issue. But we all know that when you are protesting, do not infringe on the right of others of movement. And that was, it was brazenly done. People were not allowed. Some people gave birth in the ambulance bus because they were protesting. So we Nigerian people, what happened in Ondo is what is happening in Rivers. Is what is happening in Edo. In Edo State, the House of Rep have not held a sitting for a while. This is what is happening in Kano State. This is what is happening in so many other states. Because we, the citizens, we are not ready to take up our position to protest. Look at in France. I told you in France, the French farmers, they took a truck of manure. They carry and go their governor office. They went to spray it. Okay, give us money for fertilizer. Give us money for fertilizer. Look at our farmers. A bill has been passed that imports food will be imported. The farmers are doing what? They are on Twitter ranting. Go out there and protest. No, they are on Twitter ranting. At the end of the day, the policy will be passed. Food will crash. But farmers will say that our business has been destroyed. When you were supposed to take action, you were on Twitter, agitating. So we, the citizens of Nigeria, Udeze Chima is in Italy. He understands how Italians take to the street when things do not favor them. They don't stay on Twitter. They go to the street. And even as a protest, some people get injured, some people get killed, but
strategic places.
But that does not deter them. In France, we saw how people protest. Some people will be killed, but that does not stop them from going out because they know that they have the ultimate power. But we Nigerians, we are the most docile people on earth, so we deserve what we get. Thank you very much.
Moving down to Charles, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. We celebrated it. Once again, I want to use this medium to say thank you to all our diasporas for being by our side. The celebration we celebrated yesterday, it was awesome. And my prayer is that celebration will never cease in their lives. We celebrated locally, right? But very soon we're going to be celebrating internationally. I said something yesterday. I said, men will be there. We're going to send our private jet for here because we are coming to Germany to celebrate with Ojuku Afro, and them Dennis. So send our private jet here. So all of us are going down. Mr. Michael, before I continue, please, we have to congratulate our own because it's not easy. One of our own being Victor Osimhen, who has been crowned one of the African best footballer of the year for breaking that gene for over 24 years. It's a welcome development, and assistant Oshola for the 6th time, and Chiamaka Nnadozie. I said once again, congratulations to them because it's not an easy task. Among millions of Africa, we have been selected to be the best. Once again, Osimhen, congrats. Assistant, congrats. And Nnadozie, Chiamaka Nnadozie, I think she's a goalkeeper. She keeps for Paris. Congratulations. And this is just a beginning of new things to come. I get to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Let's quickly talk about the president telling Nigerian doctors abroad to come back. The question we are asking is that is the country conducive for them to stay? Is the health sector conducive for them to work? These are the questions we are asking.
First and foremost, what you have to ask yourself is the salary structure and the job security. When you are asking someone who have just decided to leave the shores of the country just to better his life out there, when you are telling such person to come back, I don't say it's a joke, but I will always say that I think, Mr. President, what you should be looking onto the job security, the structure, the financial structures. That what are the financial structures that you're able to put in place that will also make most of these people that have just left the shores of this country to come back to this particular place? Because a real sensible and reasonable man, yes, I know. When you look at most of these important hospitals we are having in the country, go and trace it very well. It is most of the important hospitals we are having, most of them are private. These are people that have traveled to most of this Western country. They have tested life and what life is all about. They come back here and build it here. So you cannot tell somebody to come back to this country. What are the job structures we are putting in place for them? What are the job security? Most of them are not even safe anymore. Financially, they are not okay. A doctor is supposed to be okay wherever he finds himself because this is somebody that is starting with the responsibility of what? Protecting lives of a particular individual. So definitely, if you don't make such person happy, at the helms of even operating somebody as a surgeon, overthinking, or maybe you are thinking towards your salary is not there, you can even forget one of the objects in someone's stomach. So definitely what I enjoy from the president is that put the job structure in such a place that everybody will be very, very much happy and conducive for. Most of these are people that are living the shores of the country. But if not, I don't think, whether you still talk from now to the next 10 years, whether you like it or not, every average medical doctor that is graduating from any Nigerian university will be glamoring. if the money is not there to sell his fatherland, to leave the country, just to better the life of his family, because it's nothing but the hope of the family.
All right, Akeredolu has proceeded on medical leave and has transferred power to his deputy, Lucky Aiyedatiwa. How do you feel about this?
Well, I think I'm one of the individuals that have been saying it here that it's a welcome. If I would have respected his opinion personally, if he would have decided, because we are talking about life here, there's nothing in life. You see, I want to build house tomorrow. I want to buy car. I want to move down to one of the best countries in the world. The most important thing is, do you have such life? It is when you have life, that is when you'll be able to think about those things. So life supersedes every other thing. So I think I was among the people that, this man was one of the chairman during, what's his name? During Yaradua. Yeah, during Yaradua regime. And he was the one that even spearheaded that Yaradua should resign so that Jonathan will become the president of the country. Now, it is now your turn. You went to Germany for a medical leave, you came back, and at the end of the day, what happened? Your health is not stable. Are you getting me? So definitely what is being expected of you, there's no two ways about it. There's always life. God, if once you have the life, you can still come back and become anything you want to achieve in life. So the most important thing is just for him to have relinquished that office for his deputy. I think that is what the Constitution says. So I am very, very much happy for him. But what my prayers now goes to him that God should speed it on his recovery, and so that at the end of the day, whatever is his dream as a man will also come to pass. That's the one of petroleum.
It's a river state crisis.
Mr. Please, I think it is. I think it is high time we begin to forget about this river crisis, and we know that the masses are suffering. The masses there's hunger in the land. This river state crisis, they shouldn't use it to distract the attentions of the Nigerians. Nigerians are not happy. There's hunger in the land. Are you getting me? Now, when you are talking about the crisis in River State, Wike is the former governor, Fubara is the present governor of River State. So what is being expected of Wike? Yes, as one of the old men, as in what I may call the old statues we have in River State, why not allow the young ones to breathe? A man, this is an incumbent governor, allow him to focus on whatever he's doing. So it's not by so-called distracting his attention. And you cannot consider this topic here, caption here that says that, what's his name? The Minister of Petroleum said that he knows those people that are responsible.
Minister for Solid Minerals.
Thank you very much. See, this is, sometimes you look at Nigeria as if Nigeria is a funny country. The first time you see, my brother, it's just like you go to church. You say the pastor should pray for you, and the pastor prayed for you. I said that your problem, if you go to your family, there's one tree in your family that stands before the entrance of your house. That is the problem. That's your problem. And you as a man, what will you do as a man? The first thing you should do is just to go down and uproot that tree. If you really know and believe that what that man of God is saying. A man says that they know those people behind the problems of petroleum. Those people, we call them bunkers. They are almost everywhere. Ogun State, they are there. They are in Niger State. They are also in rivers. You know the problem. It's very, very funny in Nigeria that you find out that this is the problem. This is the people that are causing problems and insecurity in Nigeria. You cannot bring them to book. Does that really mean that most of these people are far better or beyond and above the country itself? Look at ordinary club. When you play football, you find out that a player, they can tell you that a player cannot be bigger than a club, ordinary club. Now we are talking about a country. You are talking about a country as bigger as Nigeria. My brother, Christmas is around the corner. Please, these politicians should do the right thing. Nigerians are not happy. Nigerians are hungry. There's hunger in the land, fix insecurity, so that everybody that is coming back, whether from abroad or anywhere, can go home and see his family, because it's not easy to be in another man's land for 10 to 5 years. Coming back to celebrate with your family, you'll be afraid of insecurity. Please, Nigerians are hungry. The government, the politicians should do a lot of things about it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, morning, Mike. Morning. And so we appreciate the viewers, the ones that support. They really did a good job. And I think that's like a kind of relief for us yesterday. And the gathering was just, it did a lot of impact because every day, all work without play, make Jack a dull boy. Yeah, so it's really revived. And some were even not really recognized, because not everybody that was there watching us yesterday, like Mr. Akeredolu, he did a great job too, So we want to appreciate all of them.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Ule. That was a great party indeed. And I hope you had fun.
Yeah, have good fun. The next one maybe we shift it to beach, Bad Beach.
Yeah, beach.
Yeah, we'll go to beach and
That's gonna be a good one.
yeah, the resort center there.
All right. Tinubu begging Nigerian doctors abroad to return is what we are discussing this morning. Ule.
Beg Nigerian doctors abroad in diaspora to come back home.
Come back home.
They have to see that
Japa,
assurance.
Japa.
They have to see that guarantee that when they come back home, they will not be kidnapped. When they come back home, they will not face hardship of the governance. And to me, nobody will want to come this time around. Because when it's even on a set of fixing up the country, nobody want to come because the way things are now, nobody want to, derail from his agenda. And those guys that are in diaspora there, you know what a doctor earns in America compared to what they give them in Nigeria here. And it's so pathetic. That's why you see all these god doctors in Nigeria, they are not dedicated again. And happens to be one part of a lab company that will work hand in hand with the doctor. Doctor won't take you serious in Nigeria if you don't have the cash, ready-made cash to show him, say, man, just treat me, don't treat me as treat me as a personal client, a patient. Treat me as just don't treat me as a normal commoner, it's really happening there. So everybody is being short-changed in this country. All facets of economy is being short-changed. Look at the doctors now. If they tell you their salary, you'll be ashamed. When per hour, they earn dollars, thousands of dollars per hour abroad, and they give them peanuts here. If you are the one, will you stay? Will you stay? You Japa now. Look at the professors too. The highest paid professor is like 500,000, which is not even up to the salary of a local government councillor. So there's something wrong with this country that we have to readjust. And and I have to go back to that restructure, the constitution that we have. It's a decayed constitution that cannot make any facet of this country to be active or to be working. So to me, we still need to go back to that constitution. And I know President Tinubu will definitely, ended up doing that because that is what we need. All this problem we have in his constitution, the team they gave the contract of refinery to, that they did not do it, when you incited it inside the constitution that if you fail to do any contract you are being paid to do, it's 20 years imprisonment. We will not go China way. I will have, just, think of going the China way.
We don't want to end up in pot of soup.
So it will be a deterrent to others that want to do all this,
Ondo states, I think the crisis should be over by now.
Definitely.
Akeredolu has handed power over to
Definitely. But it took him too long to do that. It took him too long. They can hit the ground running now, even faster now. They can hit the ground speeding because they've lost a lot of economic, progress in that state, and I don't know why our politicians, that clause of doctrine of necessity they have in the constitution, they will use the one that favor them, the one that don't favor them, they discard it. It's the same problem. We should have used that Yaradua issue. Let Yaradua, may soul rest in peace, his case, we should have used it as a case study for, to correct all this abnormality. Because it was during Yaradua that doctrine of necessity was enforced on the Senate. if not the civil society that went on protest in Abuja, street of Abuja, they wouldn't have even do that. They wouldn't have done that. So what is there is it's still part of the constitution I'm talking of now. So that if you disobey the constitution, you'll be impeached, you'll be, and you could see Akeredolu too use that advantage on when Yaradua it took long process for the Senate to admit that they had to apply doctrine of necessity, and which that was the doctrine of necessity that brought Jonathan in, So all these our leaders, they need to wake up to the reality that you cannot stop governance from moving on, to carry out his will, because one man cannot delay the progress of the whole country or of the whole state, because of his incapacitated. So I mean, it's uncalled for.
Okay, quickly to River State, demolition of State Assembly complex. Are you aware of the news?
Who has gone to do that?
This morning,
Who did that? Who's the culprit there?
So who do you think?
Who's the culprit?
Must have ordered that?
Who's the culprit?
Who do you think would have carried out that
you see,
operation?
this fight is about cat and mouse fight. I don't know. Fabara now is getting support from his Ijaw fellow man, like Annie Briggs. I listened to Annie Briggs like day before yesterday. The way the woman was talking, and I really realized that these people, they really love themselves, and they are rally rounds around Fabara. And they say when two elephants fight, it's the grass that will suffer. So I think they have to come to agreements. Both parties have to come to agreement that let us do this for the Rivers people. Let's throw away the ego. The ego cannot lead us to anywhere. And Fabara too is not managing things well, and I can't blame him. He's not a politician. He's we can call him a technocrat. He was an accountant. He was the chief accountant of River State government then. So he needs to learn more about politics before dabbling into it. You ought to have known that there's godfatherism in politics, and it was that godfatherism that brought him into power. And normally, you can't find a job for someone and still, be hanging on his neck that this is matured enough, but politically, Fabara is not mature politically. So, so this has to be done, and we are the elders of Rivers.
Who's going to lose?
We are the elders.
Who's going to lose?
Definitely is Fubara.
Are you sure?
Definitely is Fubara. I can tell you for free, it's Fubara. Because once you have a strong godfather like Wike, you see, Wike has his crowd in Rivers. When Wike was about leaving the governance of Rivers, you know what he did? He employed almost 2,000 people, and he promised them this is salary we'll be paying you. So such 2,000 people, they will want power to slip away from their leader, from their, And Fubara was one of the, over 100,000. Yeah, over 100,000. Thank you very much. Over 100,000 you employed. So the politics, the way we see it, the more you look, the less you see. That's just politics for you.
All right, thank you so much. Before I let you go, Lily Lake, the solid minerals minister, appeared before the house yesterday and he made a statement that is so crucial. What it's about. He said influential persons are behind
Mining.
terrorism and illegal mining.
Yeah, illegal mining. You see, it comes together. Illegal mining and terrorism. They will use that terrorism to create, diversion, so that they will not know such this thing is happening. We know them, and they are externals. Yeah, they are externals. What majority of guys you see around doing the mining in our country, they are external people. They are not Nigerians. I can tell you for free for that. They do illegal mining. They are everywhere in this country. They are in they're in everywhere. They are in Benue. They are in Zamfara. They are in Ilesha. I was shocked when I learned that they've been mining gold, illegal mining. They entered Ilesha to be mining gold. Ilesha is being blessed by gold. So they are everywhere. But who are the power behind these people? Who are the power behind these people? They are still Nigerians. the ones in Zamfara, they are still Nigeria. Nevertheless, the former governor extracted gold. I mean, what's it called? Was it gold then? And he took it to the central bank. He cashed out almost 5 billion naira. And other people cannot follow suit. So I don't know whether favorism is favorism or not. But the foreigners cannot be coming to come and start, casting our resources away. It's not done. And the security men, they are doing a good job, but you still need to do more. Are these people ghosts? They are not ghosts. And we are talking the country is okay. I mean, is it a spell on this country? I don't know. Is it a spell? I mean, God bless Nigeria, no matter what, man. Yeah.
Good morning, I'm fine. Good morning, highly esteemed viewers. You're welcome to this morning program.
Once again, Raphael. The president is now begging Nigerian doctors in the diaspora to come back home. But people are asking, coming back home is not the issue. Providing necessary things for them to live a good life is the most important.
Yeah, begging them is not the issue. Begging them is not the issue. Coming back home is not the issue. Create an enabling environment for them. An environment that will be very, very conducive, suitable to all doctors in Nigeria. To produce a medical doctor. See, each graduation year, do you know how many doctors? They are the least in number, small. It's not easy to serve as a youth corper, a medical doctor. It's not easy to graduate as a student, a medical student. Do you know how many years it takes for a student to become a fully medical doctor? They were there. They should be there for 7 years. After their BSc program, they will still go back. See, let me tell you, it's not easy. And at the end of the day, you don't create an enabling environment for these medical doctors. See, I would have preferred Tinubu to come out and apologize to those doctors and say sorry that federal government has failed them, that it's gonna do better thing for them. Instead of begging them, how are you begging? What do you promise something? Start doing something. I will, it is gonna, anything in advancement, anything promises from federal government is a failure. It's a fluke because they don't tell the truth. They have failed. If a government is good, it should start from beginning and being good. When Obama came in, he changed everything after George Bush. When Trump came in, Trump started working. He said it right from the red carpet after the prayer was said. I watched it live. Trump started there, giving order for some things to stop in the United States, especially abortion, many things, same-sex marriage. He said now, it has stopped now. During inauguration, that's a man, a good man. So let me tell you, Tinubu begging doctors to come back. If you ask me, man, this country can never stop from being, running Emily Post, telling people lies. This country's government, the federal government of the day of Nigeria, they are all scams.
All right, moving on to
Doctors should live put in Europe, America, and Asia, where the atmosphere is very, very conducive for them. Coming back to Nigeria is like going back to hellfire to go and die. I don't support it.
Are you aware that the deputy governor of Ondo State
is now in full charge of the state? And Mike, see one thing, we are operating. This is a presidential system of government. So Nigerian state should imbibe the ideology, the spirit, the philosophy, everything about presidential system of government. It is generally accepted that when the president is incapacitated in terms of sickness or illness, the deputy should be in full control. And again, you should know that when the governor has traveled or left the country as a result of, a medical trip, I think understand. Honorably, he is supposed to hand over to his deputy. Why are we debating what is? Oh my God, black man. You know this is why I always call black man. Nigeria is the most populated black states, black country in the world. This is where you have over how many ethnicities of black race in Nigeria. That's why I always blame ourselves. What is so much out about this thing? Akeredolu, we are not praying that he dies. We are praying that thank you, that Akeredolu will recover. I could remember early this year the rumor that this man was dead. So it saddened my heart. We saw it on the social media. We prayed for him. At a stage, we saw that the gentleman was not dead. He's still alive. So what happened is that now that it's obvious that medically this man is incapacitated, the deputy should what? Go ahead. I think understand. Is there anything that they are looking for? Yes, handling the affairs of the state. Mike, it seems there is something special about that seat. They are not telling us truth, but it's playing out. It's sweet. It is sweet, Mike, because they are stealing. Stealing that will say boomerang. Stealing that will say come back to you as a nemesis. That stealing is nonsense. It is good you do the normal thing and write your name on a platter of gold, on the marble of history, on the side of history, and posterity is going to say good thing about you. Why must we be always like to be sit tight? Sit tight. If somebody is handling Lagos State government, Lagos State as a governor, he will buy glue, super glue, OK Blue, China super bond, and glue his seat, his nyach on that seat, so that if he goes with the seat. That's black man, because that's why black man is a monkey. I always comment black on this platform, that we're not getting it right. Yet we feel that we went to school. Yet we feel that we are big. Yet we feel that we are bishops and pastors. Can we behave like the whites? Can we listen to what God is saying in the Bible? Can we obey the Bible? Whatever. A governor is there. When he's incapacitated, allow the deputy. I could remember 2017, 2016, 2017, 18, when Buhari left Aso Rock for over 90 days, 3 months, ruling in the UK. Ochibanjo was there, handcuffed, incapacitated, a professor that knows everything, academician, a man that his WAEC attestation was 0. When they went through it, research and search in the system, Buhari did not take WAEC. Ochibanjo was once Attorney General of Lagos State, a son. He wrote Constitution of Lagos State. A man that did not pass Standard 6 was controlling him. What kind of state is here? We are claiming to be giant of Africa, yet we are what? Crawling dwarfs. On the African continent, we are not even number 7th. Because I know that South African countries, RSA itself, let me tell you, some countries in Europe, RSA is better. South Africa. Egypt is here. Go and check how much the highest paying country. People that pay their workers, they paid in dollars, Egyptians. Egypt. Check Tunisia own. Check Namibia. Check South Africa. Check even ordinary Kenya. Nigeria is still paying their workers 35,000. Transfer it into dollars. It's not up to $30 every month. And yet we are claiming to be giant of Africa. Mike, there are many things wrong with us. What happened now is that with my heart, my humble heart, I'm praying that Akeredolu, governor of Ondo State, will surely recover. That's all.
Okay, lastly, before I let you go, River State crisis. This is not in any way ending as the as the State Assembly is being brought down.
And there's a victory for Fubara. Court has given it to the speaker, the right person. I listen to me, install him back because they want to sack. In fact, APC in River State, they are kicking now because they expected the court to prevail over Fubara's camp. While Wike camp are the one kicking. We can align with the APC to make sure that Fubara is ousted. And what is worrying Nigeria now is, why is this Wike, a PDP henchman, is against PDP, trying to bring in APC? All in the name of what? Selfish interests, selfishness. And it's not playing out again on the riverines. It's playing out so bitterly on Wike because it's like the judiciary of that state, they found out that it is a just turn. And there's nothing anybody could do to upturn that. They know that Wike is from Igbocha, no. Wike is from Diob, I think. Wike is an Ikwere man. Are you listening to me? Odili is an Ikwere man. Amechi is an Ikwere man. That state is made up of other ethnicities. These 3 men or 4 men I just named are from Igbo extraction. Why don't those Igbos in River State allow other tribes And I would like everybody to understand that I'm an Igbo. But I'm not saying let Igbo take over River State. I am not that selfish or ethnocentric. What I mean is that it is a just turn this time around to rule River State. And Wike doesn't want his own political dynasty to bow before the other man political structures. So this time around, what I'm saying is that you balance politics in any state, anywhere.
He doesn't want the governor to collapse.
Thank you. See, let me tell you, it's going to collapse. 8 years, that man will be there.
If it collapses, it's going to render Wike irrelevant.
He that casts stones is asking for pancanel in return. If you want to cast back, Wike himself, what he did in River State, was he a saint? Was he an angel? Was he not somebody that brought Wike to limelight? Thank you. And he was a governor of that state. Now he's a superpower Wike. Let me tell you, his days are now. Time shall come. His days will be what? Over. I'm telling you, Fubara is there as an Ijoman. Everybody in River State, even Igbo Rivers, they are all in support of Fubara. Because they are cheering it. It's just like in Delta. Ijoman is there. They are cheering it. Okowa is from Igbo extraction. Obobo Weyiabi, what's the name of that, their governor? He's from either Urobo or Ejotu. So they cheer it. I didn't understand. In Anambra State, Charles Soludo is from Orum Banasa or Aguata. Ngiga is from Alonnewi. Obia Mbadinuju is from Ihiala. Obiano is from Anambra, where I come from. Then Obi comes from the same Nanka, which is of course Aguata. Or this is how we rotate it in Anambra State. You don't expect somebody who's taught. I know it is the turn of Oka. Oka has not ruled Anambra State. If an Oka man contests, if they like, they should hijack or steal whatever they want to steal using APC. That Oka man is going to rule Anambra State. We cheer it and we must rotate it that way for peace to reign in our midst. See, let me tell you, Wike has failed. No matter what he's doing. If Wike like, he should go and buy all those judges. Those judges are coming out to say the truth. You can see the court is prevailing against Wike, siding Fubara. Yes, I'm telling you, and Wike is trying to what? Sell that state into APC. Because Wike is a sycophant, political sycophant. It cannot work in River State.
All right, thank you so much. Raphael, before we go, just a few words from Michael. You want to say something? Because I need to be pressed right. We just need to go. Raphael, thank you so much. Michael, we need to go because of our time.
Yes, time to fly.
All right.
So I should sign out on your behalf.
Yeah. All right. You enjoyed the party yesterday, right?
Yes, I was. Just to unwind a bit.
Okay.
It was an interesting time.
Okay.
Thanks to organizers, thanks to also the those who made it possible, the diaspora viewers. We thank them.
All right. Quickly to those states, Akeredolu has handed over power to his deputy.
Yeah, that's the right thing that ought to have been done and to have avoided all this grandstanding that we have seen over a couple of weeks. So he has done the right thing, and I think that's the way to go.
That's the way to go. What of River State crisis? Demolition of the State Assembly complex?
Yeah, the brigandage that is going on is it's unfortunate that what we are witnessing in River State at the moment is avoidable. People are just trying to show power and all of that, and I think the elders of that state, interested parties, especially Mr. President, call people to order in that state before they set the state ablaze. Many thanks, Michael.
Thank you. All right, viewers across the globe, yeah, we say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Tomorrow is another day. We bring in you bystanders and Christians. Then we quickly say hi to Lady G. Lady G, good morning. Thank you for joining us. It is a Chima. Thank you for joining us. Pounds, King Henry, Jacob, Akeredolu. Thank you so much. Pan Afro Africa, thank you so much. Abu Monsaya, Direct Lens, Fad, Blessed One, and many others. Ajaboy, yeah, and others that will still be watching the program after this live broadcast. We appreciate you all. Our social media handles are right on the screen. You can also join me. Facebook at Michael Timothy Adekunle, Michael Timothy Adekunle, on Instagram, Michael Timothy Adekunle, and on TikTok, Michael Flip TV. Thank you so much, everyone. Tomorrow is another day, another time. Bye for now.